Musicals war active. ready to start the session in around 10 minutes or so. It'll be nice and gentle. Shoulders will stretch out, and our hips, and also our legs. So hopefully see you all very, very soon.
How's that for you?
Be nice and gentle. Shoulders will stretch out, and our hips, and also our legs. So hopefully see you all very, very soon.
Is that music? I've changed the latency on it so it improves the quality.
Hi everyone, thank you for taking time out today to join me for this live session that we're doing, this free live session for February. So fingers crossed all the technology will keep working. We are streaming this through Facebook and through YouTube. Big thanks to Mr. Turtle Yoga who sorted all this out for me in the background. So yeah, hopefully it will all go swimming. So some of you will have done yoga before, some of you may be totally new to yoga. It's going to be quite a gentle class, but obviously do listen to your body. So if you are suffering with any injuries or ailments at the moment, then take it easy. Never push yourself into any poses anyway. Yoga's all about thinking about you and how your body feels in each position. So if you need to modify it, if you need to change it, then do. Okay, don't ever feel like you're not doing it right because you're changing your position. Modifications are essential sometimes, and that's how you get the benefits of doing a yoga session. Instead of trying to push yourself into something that doesn't feel good, it might then make you not like yoga at all. So use the modifications. If you prefer to do something different, then obviously you're more than welcome to do that as well. This session we're going to probably focus a little bit more on just stretching, opening areas of the body out. So we do spend a lot of time now, every day, kind of hunched over. So if you're home working, you might find that you're not working in a good environment. Maybe you're in a chair that doesn't feel great all day, so you might feel a lot of tension in the shoulders. We all hunch over our devices now, so tablets or phones as well. So this session will do a lot of opening up the shoulders, stretching out the chest area. We'll also work on the hips a little bit, and we'll work on our hamstrings and our calves, just to have a good all-round stretch, really. And yeah, anytime you want to take a break, obviously do. If you're using props, then have some props nearby. So you might have a book or a block if you've got a yoga block. But again, it's not a deal breaker if you don't have any props. That's fine. You'll still be able to do the session. So we will start first just in a comfortable seated position. Okay, we're going to just take a moment just to listen to our breathing. So legs can be crossed or legs can be out straight here. If you need to get a bit more comfortable on the floor, feel free to grab a cushion, or maybe you've got a block to sit on that might help. So when you've found your seated position, just going to relax the hands. Let's just shake out the shoulders for a little bit, and then stretch out the head and the neck. So we think about our posture in our seated position, so try and keep your back long, okay? Push the chest out slightly, tucking the chin in, and then when you're ready, we're closing the eyes. So our yogic breathing, we're going to take deep breaths in through the nose, and then deep breaths out through the nose. Focusing the mind on your breathing. So just start to listen to the rhythm, the sound of your breath. Keeping the inhale and exhale smooth and controlled. Let the shoulders relax, let the jaw relax. It's where we always hold our tension. And dedicate this time, this space for you today. So trying to make sure that the area that you're in is clear of distractions. Feel free to use your exhale just to release and let go of anything you're dealing with right now. Any negativity, any stresses, any worries, just let it all go on the exhale. There's nothing for you to worry about right now. Just enjoy being present in this moment. Focusing on you, listening to your body. And do whatever feels right for you today. And we'll take a couple more breaths here. And then open up the eyes. Okay, so we'll just warm up the body a little bit first. We'll start with our wrists. So we're just going to rotate the wrists in one direction. And then change direction. And then release. Okay, next thing, take a breath in, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. As you breathe out, release and lower. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale to release. We'll do 2 more of these. And then we'll stretch out the neck. So next time you take a breath in, drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And then exhale, we're coming back up. Inhale, drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Exhale to come back up. So nice and slow, work with your breathing. And we'll do 1 more each side. And then coming back up. Okay, we'll do some side stretches. So we're going to drop the left hand down to the floor. Extend the right hand up. Take a breath in here. And then on the breath out, we're going to stretch over towards the left. Breathe in, take the arm back up. And then on the breath out, drop the right hand down. Okay, extend the left hand up this time. Take a breath in here. And then the breath out, stretch over towards the right side. Inhale to come back up. And then exhale, release and lower that left hand. Right hand up. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, drop down. Opposite side. Take the left hand up. Take a breath in here. Breathe out, stretch. Breathe in, come back up. And then exhale, release. Okay, good. We'll just warm up the lower back a little bit. We're going to bring our hands in front of the chest. And then next time you take a breath in, we're going to twist over towards the right side. As you breathe out, come back in. Inhale, twist over towards the left. Exhale as you come back in. So just using these warm-ups just to start to listen and move with the breath. 1 more each side. and then release. Okay, if you've got your legs crossed, you're just going to take them out straight. And we're going to do some ankle rotation. So you just want to take the ankles in one direction. And then change direction. And release. Okay, next time you take a breath in, bring your right knee towards the chest. And then exhale to release and lower. Inhale, bring the opposite knee in. Exhale to release. And we'll do one more each side. And then just release. Okay, so staying seated, we're going to take the legs wide. Okay, so as wide as you want to go. I'm just going to turn to face the camera. Okay, and then point the toes up towards the ceiling. So you're gauging your legs here. Okay, we are just going to stretch out our legs, but also stretch out the shoulders, the upper back as well here. So keeping the length in the spine. Okay, so keeping your back tall here. Hands in prayer at the chest. And then next time you take a breath in, we're going to stretch out in front, push the hands forwards. And then exhale, come back up, hands in prayer. Inhale, take it over towards the right leg. Exhale to come back in. Inhale, stretch over towards the left leg. Exhale as you come back in. So we inhale, go right in front. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, stretch over towards the right leg. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, stretch over towards the left leg. Exhale to come back in. So we inhale, go right in front. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, stretch over towards the right leg. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, stretch over towards the left. Exhale, come back in. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, out in front. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, over towards the right. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, over towards the left. Exhale, come back in. Good. Okay, bring the legs in. And then going into whatever seated position you prefer to be in here. We'll do a little sequence for the shoulders just to warm up, stretch out the shoulders a little bit. So if you are in any shoulder problems, just take it to wherever feels comfortable for you, because there's going to be some movements where we're taking our hands all the way up over the head. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you just take your arms halfway instead, okay? So we will, again, stay seated, back tall, think about your posture here, hands in prayer at the chest, okay? And then next time you take a breath in, we're going to take the arms out in front, interlock the fingers, tuck the chin in. And then if you can, next breath, you're going to keep the hands interlocked, you're going to take the arms up over the head. And then the next breath, release those arms, take them nice and wide, stretch, open up. And then we're coming back in on our next breath. So that's the sequence. So inhale, go right in front, interlock the fingers, tuck the chin in. Exhale, take the arms up over the head if you can. Inhale, open up nice and wide, release. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, go right in front. Exhale, take the arms up. Inhale, open up, release. Exhale, come back in. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, go right in front. Exhale, take the arms up. Inhale, open up, release. Exhale to come back in. Okay, good. So we're just warming up, open up these areas. Okay, so we're going to come into cat-cow now. So we're going to come into an all-fours position. So here we go. Shoulders can be directly over the wrists. If that's too much tension on the wrists, feel free to just move the hands a little bit further forwards, or you can always come into a fist position instead if you prefer here. Okay. Legs around about hip distance. And then from here, we're going to inhale to look up. As you do, dip down through the spine. Exhale, look down, curl up through the spine. Inhale, look up, dip down through the spine. Exhale, look down, curl up through the spine. So try to get lots of movement through the spine. Work with the breath. And we'll do one more each way. And then when you're done, stay in tabletop, take your time. Okay, we're going to come up to standing. So whichever way you want to come up, trying to bring the crown head the last to come up nice and slow. Okay. So we'll do a few standing poses now. We'll just stretch out a little bit more here. So either feet together or slightly apart, wherever you're more comfortable for your standing position. Okay. Push into the feet, engage your core muscles, navel in towards your spine, and then shoulders up and down away from the ears. We're going to do some arm stretches. So next time you take a breath in, raise the arms up, and then on the exhale, lower them back down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale to lower. So you can look up or you can look straight ahead. Again, if you've got any shoulder issues, just take the arms to whichever height you prefer. Stronger option, come on your tiptoes, do a calf stretch at the same time. Try and stay controlled with the breath. And we'll do one more. And then when you're done, just release. Okay. We're going to try a little balance here, okay? There's going to be options if you don't want to do the balance. If you're in a room where you've got a little bit of wall or a bit of support, then feel free to use that and these balances to give you a little bit of support, okay? We're going to do a balance called P-Pal. So I'm just going to step away from my mat so I've got a bit more space. We're going to be taking our arms out, okay? So just making sure you've got space wherever you are. We are going to take your right hand up towards the ceiling. You're going to take your left arm out to the side, okay? Shift your body weight over towards the right side, navel in towards the spine, okay? Again here, if it's too much in the shoulders, feel free just to keep your hands in prayer instead. So take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, you're going to start to slide your left foot back, okay? So if you don't want to do the balance, just keep your big toe on the floor. If you can do the balance, you're just going to lift and hover that back leg. Okay, push down into your standing leg, holding this. If you've got your arm really stretched out, try and push the chest forwards. If you can lift that back leg higher, do. Try and stretch out through that back toe. So you're just engaging all those leg muscles. Keep the core engaged. And think about your breath. So taking deep breaths in through the nose. Deep breaths out through the nose. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowly come back down and release. Have a little shake out. We're going to do all of that on the opposite side, okay? So when you're ready, we're going to extend the left arm up to the ceiling if that feels okay. Take the right arm out to the side this time. And then we're going to shift your body weight to the left, okay? Again, if you want to, just keep your hands in prayer, that's absolutely fine. Navel in towards the spine, take a breath in, and then the breath out, we're going to slide that right foot back, okay? So first level, no balance, just keeping the big toe on the floor. Next level, you might be able to lift and hover that leg, stretch out through the toe. So push the shoulders back if you've got the arms up, stretch out nice and tall. Push down into the standing leg. Keep the core muscles engaged. You might be able to lift that back leg higher. Nice deep breathing. Again, noticing how you feel on this side. Balances can be different on each side, so do whatever you need to. Use some support here if you want to hold on to something. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good, release. Excellent. Okay, have a little shake out. So we're going to just stretch out our hips, strengthening our legs a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come into the centre of your mat here. Take a nice wide stance. And then we're just going to turn the toes out slightly, bring the heels in slightly. Okay, hands in prayer at the chest. So we're just going to do some wide squats. We're going to do goddess. Okay. So next time you take a breath in, we're going to bend in the knees, push down into the feet, just go as low as you feel comfortable. And then exhale, you're going to come back up. Okay. So we inhale to sink down. Exhale to come back up. So trying to keep the chest lifted. Okay, try not to hunch forwards. Push the shoulders back if you can. And as you come up, you can squeeze the glutes and push the hips forwards. Nice and slow, just working your breathing. And then for a bit more of a challenge, if you want to, next time you're down, we're going to hold it here, okay? Push into the feet. Again, keep the chest lifted. Deep breaths. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come up. We're going to keep the legs wide. Just going to bring the feet back in so they're parallel, okay? And we're going to go into warrior 2. So we're going to turn your right foot to 90 degrees. Left foot just slightly inwards. Okay. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a breath in and then another breath out. Take the arms out. You're going to bend in your right knee. Okay. If you can, look over towards your right hand. If that doesn't feel comfortable in the neck though, just gaze forwards. Again, see how your shoulders feel. If this is too much in the arms, the shoulders, just keep the hands in prayer instead, or on your hips. So we're just opening up these hips, but we're also working our strongest muscles, our biggest muscles, the thighs and the glutes. If you can here, if you've got the arms out, really stretch out nice and tall. So really lengthen out through the fingertips. Push your shoulders back if you can. So keep the upper body strong and activated. Okay, opening up this chest, opening up the shoulders. Push the back foot into the floor. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Holding it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly bring the legs back in. Have a little stretch. And then we're going to do all that again. So we're going to go back into our squat. So legs wide, toes pointing out slightly, heels pointing inwards. Hands in prayer at the chest. When you're ready, we're going to take a breath in, squat down. So bending in the knees, push down into the feet, and then exhale, come back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come back up. Pushing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes as you come up. Good, and then next challenge, if you want to, we're going to hold next time you squat down. If you want to do a bit more shoulder work here, open up the arms. The elbows are still bent, squeezing the shoulder blades, the elbows back, stretch out through the fingertips. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, okay, come back up. Again, keep the legs wide, but the feet are coming in. And then we're going to do warrior 2 on the left. So left foot to 90, right foot slightly in. And then take a breath in here. As you breathe out, take the arms out, bending your left knee. Okay. So you should still be able to see your toes on your left foot, so the knee's not going over the ankle. Push both feet into the floor. Again, if you need to do something different with the arms now, feel free. Keep the hands in prayer if you prefer. Stretch out nice and long through the arms, through the fingers, push the shoulder back. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Come in, bring the legs in, stretch all out. Well done. And then we're just going to do a fold, just to release, and then we'll come back down to the floor. Okay. So legs a little bit wider here, so maybe as wide as your hips. You can always go a little bit wider here as well, if you prefer. Just see where your stance feels best. Okay. We're going to keep our hands on our hips. Take a breath in, and then the breath out. We're trying to hinge forwards from the hips. Okay, coming into a fold. If you want to stay halfway, that's fine. You can bend the knees, maybe have the hands on top of the thighs, and you can drop the head down. If you can, we're going to go a little bit lower. Again, you can keep the legs bent, just dangling the hands, relaxing the head and the neck. Try and bring some of your body weight forwards into the balls of your feet. Okay, so just taking your fold wherever feels okay for you, just to stretch and hold. You can always hold on to your opposite elbows. And if you don't have any blood pressure issues, feel free to sway from side to side if that feels okay for you. If it doesn't, don't do it. If you've got the legs a little bit straight, then you'll be feeling a stretch through the calves, through the hamstrings a little bit more. And if you're doing a sway, just start to come back into centre and hold it here for breath. So breath in, breath out. And then we're all going to drop down to the floor, so take your time to come down. We're going to go into a resting pose just to stretch out a little bit more. I'm going to show you different options here. Okay, so child's pose, bum on your heels. Lowering your head, you can extend the arms down, or you can have the arms down to the sides, okay? If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, if it's too constricting, you can stay in all fours instead. Extend the hands forwards, drop the head, and then whichever position you're doing for your resting position, if you want to take the legs a little bit wider, feel free to take them a little bit wider, okay? So just hold in here for several breaths. And then go back up to seated. When you're ready, you can have a little breather here, maybe grab a drink if you need one. Okay, so we're going to, again, think about our upper body. So we're going to be opening up the chest, stretching the shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of a twist as well, so we're going to be working on your lower back and strengthening your spine as well. Okay, so any seated position you prefer again. Legs crossed, All legs out straight. If you've got your legs out straight, feel free to take them a little bit wider here if that feels more comfortable. Okay. And then again, we're thinking about our posture all the time when we're seated, so just try and keep the back on. We're going to keep our right hand resting on your right leg. So if you've got your legs out straight, then just resting wherever feels comfortable. If you've got your legs crossed, it's probably going to be on the knee. Okay, we're going to be twisting over towards the left side. So take your belly first. We're just going to turn your belly over towards the left. And then see if you can turn your chest a little bit more towards the left. And then we're going to sweep the left hand round the back, okay? So it might come down on the floor, don't worry if not. If you've got a prop, you can also hold onto a block or a book instead. Or if you don't have any props, just place the hand on the back somewhere. If you're okay in the neck and the shoulder, you can look over towards that left shoulder. But if that doesn't feel comfortable, keep your gaze straight ahead instead, okay? So holding it in your twist, push the chest forwards if you can. So keeping that length in the spine. Try and relax the shoulders. Deep breaths in through the nose. Deep breaths out through the nose. Four, three, two, and one. Okay, slowly come back in. So we'll do that on the opposite. So we're just going to keep the left hand on the left leg somewhere, okay? And then twisting over towards the right. So we're just going to turn the belly first towards the right. See if you can turn the chest a little bit more towards the right. And then sweep the right hand round the back. Again, you can rest it on the back or on the floor or on a prop. You can look over towards that right shoulder, or you can gaze straight ahead. Listen to your body on this side. You might need to change, do something different on this side. Push the chest forwards if you can. Try and release the grip. Relax the shoulders. Four, three, two, and one. Okay, good. Slowly come back in. So we're going to stay whichever seated position you're in. We're just going to do a little release from that twist. So we're going to bring our hands into prayer, okay? And then next time you take a breath in, we're going to curl out through the spine. So as you're curling out, you're opening up the arms, pushing the chest up towards the ceiling if you can. Squeeze the shoulders, the elbows back, looking up or looking straight ahead. And then on the exhale, we're going to curl everything back in. So round into the shoulders, tuck in the chin in, navel in towards the spine, bring the hands back into prayer. Okay? So we inhale, open up, curl out through the spine, push the chest up towards the ceiling, elbows, shoulders back. And then exhale, bring everything back in. So curl into the spine, navel in towards the spine, round into the shoulders, tuck the chin in, bring the hands back together. So nice and slow, work with your breath. So just using the spine here to really curl out through the spine and then curl back into the spine. Tuck the chin in, round the shoulders, and navel in towards the spine as you come back in. And we'll do one more. And then when you're done, you can hold the position where you're tucked in. Just dropping the head down, taking a couple of breaths here. And then release, okay. We're going to take the legs wide again. So spine up if you can, so engaging these leg muscles. Okay, we're going to do a fold here again, just another little stretch out. So we're going to inhale to reach the hands up, and then the exhale, we're trying to come forwards here. Okay. So again, you're just taking it to wherever you feel comfortable. I'm going to show you different options here. So depends how flexible you are on your hips. You might be still quite high. That's absolutely fine. So just resting your hands on top of your thighs and then dropping the head down. So you're stretching. You might be able to bring the hands a little bit lower. You might be able to wrap your peace fingers around your toes and hold on to your toes. You might be able to go a little bit lower. You might prefer to keep the hands on the floor. So wherever you feel okay in your folds, holding it. Try and let the shoulders relax. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Bring the legs back in. Okay. And then we'll just go on our backs for a couple more positions, okay? So if you can, just lowering down onto your back, okay? Knees are bent. If you're not comfortable on your back, you can still do these positions seated, okay? Just follow my cues, but do all this in a seated position instead, okay? So knees are bent here. We're just going to bring your right knee in towards the chest, okay? You can extend the left leg down to the floor. That's going to be a stronger stretch if you're on your back, okay? Try and draw this knee in as close as you can towards the chest. Then see if you can take that knee over towards that shoulder. So as though you're taking it up towards your right shoulder as you hold it here. Flex both feet if you can, if you're on your back. Deep breaths. And then just gently bring the knee back into the centre, and then you're going to use your left hand just to bring that right leg over towards the left side. If you can, take the right arm out, look over towards the right hand. If you're seated, you're just crossing the right leg over the left, and then if you want to twist and look over towards the right side, you can do. And then coming back in, okay, bring both knees back down, so feet are on the floor. Then we'll do that on the opposite side, so we're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest, holding it here. Stronger option, you can extend that right leg out if you prefer. flexing both feet. And then just drawing that knee a little bit closer in towards the chest so you can take it up and over towards that left shoulder as you hold it here. And then just bring that knee back into centre a little bit. And then using the right hand, just gently bring that left knee over towards the right side. If you've got space, take the left arm out. You can look over towards that left shoulder. Again, if you're seated, just cross that leg over the opposite leg now. If you want to twist and look over the opposite side, feel free. And then come back in. Okay, if you're on your back, bring your knees in towards the chest, give yourself a little hug. If you're seated, just curl yourself into a little ball. Just tuck the head down towards the knees. You can have the legs wide if you want to there. And then if you're on your back, feel free to rock from side to side. And then if you're on your back, just gently rolling up to one side. Use the hands for support just to push you back up when you're ready. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of pranayama breath work before we go into relaxation. Okay. So again, your seated position here. If you want a drink or anything here first, do. So just like we did at the beginning, maybe releasing the shoulders if you want to, maybe stretch out the head and the neck. Keep the spine long, so the chest is just pushing out slightly. Relax the hands, tucking the chin in, close the eyes when you're ready. Just listening to your yogic breath, deep breaths in through the nose, deep breaths out through the nose. Shoulders and jaw again, try and relax these areas. Focusing the mind on the breathing. And with every breath in, just feel the lungs, the ribcage expand. And on the breath out, just release. Feel the ribcage sink down towards the abdomen. And breathing is a really good way just to calm the body and the mind, slowing everything down. So it's a good tool to have for everyday life. If things are getting on top of you, if you're feeling stressed or anxious at any point, just take a bit of time out, do some deep breathing, just listen and focus on your breath. I'll do 3 more rounds of breathing. And then when you've done, just open up the eyes, okay? So we'll get ready for a bit of relaxation, about 10 minutes or so of relaxation. So feel free to have a drink if you need to first, have a stretch out. Grab as many props as you need, so you might want some blankets here, you might want cushions for the head, maybe eye pillows or eye masks if you've got them, if you want them. And then when you're ready, we'll lie down on your back, ideally, if you can, in Shavasana. If lying down on your back isn't comfortable for you right now, feel free to lie on your side, or if you want to stay seated, you're more than welcome to do that too. So if you're lying down on your back, in Shavasana, knees can be bent or legs can be out straight. So feel free to just play around here, find the position that feels good for you. If your knees are bent, it might be more relaxing to bring the knees into the centre and push the feet out to the sides. If you've got your legs out straight, then just let the feet flop out to the sides, the legs are relaxed. If you've got a bit more space in the room where you're in, feel free to go a little bit wider, so you can take the legs a bit wider. Arms down by your sides, or again you can take them a bit wider, palms facing upwards. So using whatever support you need here, you might be using a block or a cushion to rest your head. You might be using blankets to keep warm. As you relax, your body temperature will drop, so just adding some extra layers on here is always a good idea. So just getting any last minute niggles out of the way. Have a bit of a stretch if you want to. And then closing the eyes when you're settled. Thinking about your breathing. So here, just to settle in, you can take several deep breaths in and use the exhale just to relax and release those muscles a little bit more. So you can do that for several breaths just to allow the body and the mind to come in and settle in, and then just go back to your natural rhythm of breathing when you feel comfortable. And then just start to relax into the head and into the neck. Release the grip in the jaw. Let the tongue drop from the top of the mouth. Relaxing into the face. Soften into the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. Relax down into the shoulders, Let the shoulder blades just sink into the floor. Relax down through the arms, the elbows, the wrists, all the way through to the fingertips. Relaxing into the chest. Soften into the abdomen. Relaxing into the lower back and the base of the spine. Relaxing down into the hips, pelvis, the thighs. Soften into the kneecaps. Relaxing down through the calves, the ankles, the heels, all the way through to the toes. Just feeling all of the body relaxing, releasing, letting go. And this is your time to really relax. Just clearing the mind. Just enjoying the feelings that you're receiving right now. Feelings of peacefulness, calmness. Just enjoy being present here now. And then just start to bring the legs back. Start to wiggle into the fingers and the toes. Roll over to one side. Stay here for a while, keep the eyes closed. And then just bring yourself back up to seated when you're ready. Keep the eyes closed here, hands in front of the chest. Just taking a few breaths here, just giving the body and the mind time. Just come round. And then open up the eyes when you're ready. So thank you for joining me for this session. Apologies if you started to hear scraping on the floor. Tommy the tortoise has just dropped in, so go get him and shout to the world. So say hello, Tommy. Yeah, he just joined us for the last bit. He's doing well, just come out of hibernation last week. So he's just coming back round to the world again. But yeah, he's doing well. So yes, thank you for joining me. Feel free to comment, get in touch about anything that you want to. Remember as well, if you enjoyed these sessions, then I do weekly classes. There's a beginners one, and then there's one for regulars or people who are used to yoga. So they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays through Facebook at the moment. You can always get a recorded version as well, so you can sign up and just get a recorded version, and then you can do those whenever you wish. So more details are on my social media pages about that, or feel free just to get in touch with me and I can talk you through those options as well. There's also a few little bits on my YouTube channel as well that you can use that are free, and this will be on my channel, free to use whenever you wish. Take care, stay safe, namaste.